I recently just crossed that 1,000 subscriber milestone. Woohoo! But my watch hours suck. I don't know about you, but like, I kind of assumed that once I hit that 1,000 subscriber count, like my watch hours would grow along with it just as fast, and like I would, be monetized by the YouTube partner program all at once. It didn't happen like that. I feel like I'm like dragging along my watch hours, kind of like getting my daughter to leave the house, like, come on, let's go. Like, geez. This morning as I was journaling, I was like, I have a lot of trial and error under my belt, and I want to share the 3 biggest mistakes that I made so that you can get to 1,000 subscribers faster, and hopefully your watch hours will go along with it much faster than mine did. By the way, if you're new here, hi, my name is Brooke. I am a single mom and an entrepreneur, and I've been making videos on YouTube for a couple years. Here's my channel so you can kind of like get a vibe. So yeah, I talk about like online business, social media marketing, my YouTube journey, rebuilding myself. Sometimes I make vlogs. If you're into things like that, then you may want to subscribe. Okay, mistake number 1 is that I spent way too much time making YouTube shorts instead of focusing on long form content. So here's what I've come to learn, and I could actually make a whole separate video about YouTube shorts versus longs and what, like, I have learned so much. Literally, that's a video in and of itself. So comment below if you want me to make that. Long story short, no pun intended. Shorts viewers and long viewers are like 2 different audiences in general. Like, now you will have some people who do watch both of your forms of content, but if I would have just made long videos every single week, I'm sure I would be well over my 4,000 watch hours by now. And I bet I would have a lot more subscribers too. What I like to watch as a viewer and the kind of creator that I want to be is a long form creator. And so it's like, because sometimes like I would spend a couple hours making a short. I could have spent that same amount of time making a long form video. And I just feel like, yeah, I would have been gathering my community way faster instead of the shorts viewers who just like scroll like this and then peace out and, most likely never see you again. There's a time and a place for shorts. I still like shorts and I still upload them, but I just do it in a completely different way now. And like I said, that could be a whole separate video. Mistake number 2 that I made is I did the process of making videos totally backwards. And I did this for like the first year. What I used to do is make a video about whatever. Like, I would have an idea, I would make the video, and then I would go to upload it and be like, oh shoot, what should I title this video? Oh, how do I make a thumbnail for this? What should the thumbnail look like? And I would kind of be like slapping together the title and the thumbnail, and I would try to make those things fit the video. And then I took Ali Abdaal's part-time YouTuber Academy course, PTYA for short, and that was like a total game changer. I'm like an online course junkie. I've taken so many online courses like over the past 12, 13, 14 years, something like that. Like, I've taken so many. This is literally one of my favorite online courses I've ever taken. Like, it's really, really good. So I enrolled in PTYA. I binge watched the entire course like within a 2-week time frame because I'm like, I want to learn the game of YouTube. I'm like, this guy obviously knows what he's doing. He has like 6 million subscribers, and I've been watching Ali Abdaal for years and years and years. The thing that really changed the game for me was I learned that you need to think of your title and your thumbnail first, like finalize those things before you even film the video. I started implementing what I learned really in September, just of this past year, consistently. And on average, I post like 1 video a week. And so I've been doing it that way now, thinking of the title and the thumbnail first and the hook, but that's like a separate story. Really, it's just about like the biggest game changer was title and thumbnail for me. That made all the difference. And then mistake number 3, overthinking. Just overthinking in general. I wasted a lot of time overthinking. I even made a video where I ranted about it. Biggest pet peeve, the niche, okay? Overthinking what video to make next. Once I learned how important it is to make the title and thumbnail first, then it's like, then sometimes I would go down a rabbit hole of overthinking the title and thumbnail, like doing some of that keyword research. And if there wasn't enough interest or, just kind of getting like lost in all those numbers. And then it was like, I would lose my excitement over the video I would want to make, because I'd be like, oh, well, this YouTube title apparently sucks, so nobody's really going to be searching for this or clicking on it, and if it comes up in browse, so why would I even make this video in the first place? And then it's like I was holding myself back from sharing, like, you know, really good stuff. And just wasting a lot of time self-sabotaging with overthinking instead of just taking action. If you are going to spend 3 weeks overthinking what your title and thumbnail is going to be, like, forget it, just make a video. You know, I don't want that to sound like conflicting advice, but like, do you get my point? It's one thing to understand tips and strategies that work, but if you are going to get caught up in this like analysis paralysis and then completely sabotage yourself because you're overthinking it, then none of that matters. You get better by doing, not by thinking. Really, the most important thing that matters is just consistency. Like, you build your channel one video at a time. Consistency is actually something I've gotten really good at, and I made a whole separate video about that. So tap on the screen wherever it is, because that's probably the one that makes the most sense for you to watch next. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the stuff. I'm just asking you to do that because I've also learned that it's okay to ask your audience to like, subscribe, and comment. Because it actually makes a difference when you just ask for it. So do me a solid, hit that little subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything, and really helps out my channel. And I would assume that if you're still here watching this, that I probably earned it. So yeah, all right. High five, see you later, have fun. Hey, okay, if you are a new YouTuber on your journey from starting at zero, and if you're a new oh, look how cold, my arms look like I'm freezing.